Later this week, a brand new book, A Pictorial History of Bend, will go on sale at the Deschutes Historical Museum, as well as other bookstores. I'm Julia Gray, and this is Take 5. Images of America is a series that celebrates the history of neighborhoods, towns, and cities across the country. The publishers of Images decided to publish a book about Bend. Kelly Cannon Miller with the Deschutes Historical Museum was involved in getting the book done.
The Images of America series, put out by Arcadia Publishing, has done a book about Bend, and what we did was we had self-published quite successfully a centennial book back in 2005 called 100 Years of History. It was a hardback and featured photographs from our collection. And that book, we printed it 3 times, and just actually a month ago, we completely sold out. So the 100 Years of History book is completely out of print, but while it sold fantastically well, it was $40 and was a hardback. And when Arcadia offered to partner with them in producing a book through their Images of America series, it gave us the chance to do a paperback version that would be almost half the price at $21.99. And also give us a chance to update. We've received new collections since 2005, some really exciting ones, that this gave us an opportunity to work those photographs into a revised edition.
What are some of the more exciting pictures that you've gotten donated to the museums for your use?
Well, a couple years ago, we received a donation from the Van Vliet family that was the subject of a photography exhibit up at the COCC Art Gallery. The Van Vliet family historical photograph collection is a phenomenal collection that was created by Roy Van Vliet, who owned Elite Studios in Bend. Essentially, all of the photographs in the collection date from between 1908 and 1930, which is when Bend is being built. So there's some fantastic images in that collection that are the original glass plate negatives, which just make brilliant copies and prints. So we were able to choose some of the best things from that collection.
The stories that go along with those pictures. Can you kind of give me your favorite one?
My favorite one has to be the Home Seekers Land Company, because to me it really shows Bend has been a developed city from the very, very beginning. Alexander Drake, our founding, father, was a developer, and when he camped, along the Deschutes River and made the decision to have his next business venture be here, it was about real estate and platting out the city and dividing up lots and starting to sell them, and then competition moves in, and pretty soon everybody's, selling the Western dream of coming out and, having your own homestead and being able to farm and make a good living. And one of the photographs in the Van Vliet photograph collection is of a building front with the employees out front, and the sign reads Home Seekers Land Company, serving Crook Lane and Harney counties, and it also adds that auto service is available. And so essentially you have all of these salesmen, lined up in front of the building and just scoping their faces and their dress. Some of them look like they have oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you.
Yeah.
Some of them don't look entirely trustworthy. So, picking and choosing, looking at their faces, you think, the family that's coming out and thinking about buying a plot of land to make their homestead on, and I hope they picked that guy and not this one over here on the end. That's one of my favorites that's been added into the book.
Kelly, there's a lot of historical families still in the Bend area. Do you get a lot of photos donated?
We do. It's kind of exciting because our collection really, it gives us the chance to tap into people's family photographs that we don't even know are out there. And so when something like this comes out and folks see it, and think, oh, well, I wonder if they've seen this picture. We love that. We, absolutely want people to feel like they can come show us their photographs, because from our perspective, you don't even have to donate the real photograph to us. We can scan it and add the scan of the image to our collection. That's a way that the great thing about, changes in digital archiving is we're able to add images to our collection in a digital format without having to be donated the real print. So if someone has a photograph in their family photo album that they really want to keep, chances are we can scan it and still bring the information into the Historical Society holdings for everyone to be able to research and enjoy.
Images of America Bend will be available this Thursday at the museum and other bookstores. It would make a great Christmas gift for anyone. I'm Julia Gray. Take 5 is a production of KBND Radio News. Depend on us.